Good morning, everyone. This unholy day, July 17th. What's the topic of today this morning? What do you think it is? Civil liberties. Civil liberties. Who's my target? The current African American demographic in New York City. Why is that? Why are they against civil liberty? Why is this thing about you being able to stretch your legs in the ground, right? Forcing you to be uncomfortable sitting up, unable to pass out for the majority of the night. You know, this is what they're doing. And they're costing me money. We ended up at a conclusion yesterday on a phone call that over time in the city, I went from straight hair to curly, nasty looking hair. I went from having not a single sore, not a single injury in my body, to having a swollen leg and an injury, like if I was a heroin user within my right leg. I went from having a beautiful face to having a distorted looking face. I went from having straight teeth to having disgusting looking teeth, including a gap in the middle. And now we're heading at, I used to make $200 month over month, and I'm barely at 50 this month. 50. Why is that? Why? Because people are I'm under attack by a demographic, under attack 24/7. It's either walking in front of you in the middle of the night, it's either approaching you when you're fucking sleeping, it's either waking you up, it's either this and that. When are we going to reach a conclusion, a summation to the punishment required? Because there's punishment involved in this. When you looking to die, when you're looking to kill me, stopping me from resting, I wish I could torture you, really torture you. Like take a hot poker and put it deep in your motherfucking black urethra. Some real painful. Why? Because what's being done to me is painful. It's not normal. All these mosquitoes that bite me in the middle of the night wouldn't happen if I'm dead asleep. But eventually, someone eventually wakes me up. Someone eventually I catch when I open my eyes in front of me. Why is that? Why can't they leave me out of Dodge? Why? Because I'm a doctor, I'm successful, I got money, I'm fucking white, and my skin is the target. Because if I was black, nobody would even fucking notice me in this motherfucker. I'd blend in this motherfucker, but now I had to be white and I had to go through these fucking violations just so that they got away with this shit. It's like, oh yeah, we got away in putting motherfucking bleach in the eyes of a doctor, in messing up the smile of a doctor, in motherfucking fucking up the hair of a doctor, pricking the doctor with random medicine, making a doctor feel dumb, costing him money, costing him over $10,000 on food, charging him more for food, you know, knowing that food is just it's not even enough nutrition to survive, knowing that the amount of money that I spent in one single meal in food, it's not even a full rounded a 360 amount of nutrition. But this is what these people is into, this type of dehumanizing, careless. They think they in the top. They think they in the top. And when are they gonna quit? Who's gonna be the next target? Who's gonna be the next target? And I already said it. I already said it. If I catch AIDS after all these dirty fucking needle pricks, after all this introductions in drugs in my body, I'm gonna come back to the city and I'm gonna crash out. Innocent people is gonna get hurt. Innocent people is gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna just leave it like this. Now it's gonna be random. I'm not gonna leave any trail. I'm not gonna be it's not gonna be like an anti-black hate crime. No, just gonna be hints of my return. There's going to be hints. It's not going to be a game. I already said it. We need some Aryan brotherhood out here. We need some confrontation. We need some real confrontation to let these people know, hey, you're taking advantage of people out here. Hey, you're not the top dog in this society. You know what I mean? You're not running the show, B. There's other people in here. and you're harming us. There's words, there's news of you guys harming people like him. Real confrontation is needed so that they realize, oh shit, we did that. Damn. Oh no. Oh no. And they start feeling pressed. They start feeling pressed. They start feeling how they supposed to be feeling with all the shit they think that they could get away doing to me in the city. Because it's way too much. It's way too much. It's all because I got money, because I got this, and because I look good. Because I was a candy bar when I got here. I was a candy bar. Look how I look now. There's pictures of me on the internet. Before I got here, the day I got here. Straight, sleek skin, thin as fuck hair, blows in the wind. I had a shag on me. Just not this fro, this frizz, this permed out hair that I got now. I had a smile on me. See? And all of that went away. Why? Because the demographic is looking to do things to you, is looking to change you. And I wish I could change them. I wish I could take their frontal lobe if I could, open their brains up, force feed them medicine to make them drool and shit, make them real look retarded, and be like, oh, you look real ugly now. Because that's how they act. After they do the damage to you, after they make you look ugly, after your body's sagging all over the place, after they've been undoing, literally undoing the compression wraps on your leg so that your leg doesn't stop. Your leg doesn't heal from the swelling, right? After all the damage they've been looking to do to me overnight, then they want to say, oh, he looks disgusting. Oh, he's so ugly. We're so beautiful, right? Then they want to be naive with a great ego. You see, after they hurt you, they don't want to lay back and say, oh, we're beautiful. Don't you see that as a hate crime? Don't you see that as warrants some form of violence, warrants some form of denouncing? They must be denounced, from civil liberties to assault to disfiguring someone, teeth, hair, legs, skin. What's on my skin won't go away ever in my whole life. I know that already. My leg won't ever be the same. And that's what those people did to me. Why? Because so liberal, so free, so careless. Oh, he's a doctor. He white. He got money. Look at that. He got McDonald's. Let me hit it with some dirty needles and some dirty water. You see what I mean? That's the New York City that I used to love, and what I found out what it turned into. When I found out what it turned into, oh, we blind them and start shaking they nasty black ass. Little girls, oh, we blind them. Oh, we forgot you blind. Do you think that's acceptable? To disgrace. The city is the fucking asshole of the country. Asshole. Dookie colored, dark brown, light skin. Unacceptable. I used to keep the city in high regard. I love this place. I love this fucking place. 100%. All the way with all my heart. Why? Because I grew up here. I've been coming here since 1993. But this is what these people did to me. Turning into a doctor and getting to the city thinking that everything was going to be okay with my fancy big backpack, with my MacBook Pro computer, with my 3 degrees, a triple major, a doctorate, an MBA, a bachelor, right? Try to make you dumb. Try to give you a little chemical lobotomy out here. That's what these people do to you. You get here, super high IQ, able to speak to anyone about so many topics that you learned in college throughout your life. And in 2 years, you forget everything you worked hard for. You forget everything. You start making less money. You start being able to wake up in the morning and have a steady routine. They start killing you. They start killing you. And it's not because my motivation is not there. It's not that I can't make it, that I'm lazy. Nah, it's that they're actively pursuing you. They go from taking more freedom and more, they go from assault, disfigurement, right? Assault, disfigurement, and then start reducing your freedom. Less freedom, more bothering, more bothering, more bothering, more bothering, more. Hey, we get up, wake up, screaming loud, belligerence, you know, walking in front of you every 15, 30 minutes. So you have to open your eyes and check who the fuck walking in front of you instead of leaving you the fuck alone. Less freedom over time. Less freedom. If I want to sleep in a whole day, they gonna stand in there when you're nice and tired. Say, no, you can't sleep no more, Papi. I wish I could take a gun and blow that nigger off the face of the earth. Do you think they gonna care? Nobody's gonna care if they live or die. But that's how it feels out here. That's how it feels out here. They start with hair, face, beatings, drugs, literal disfiguration of your skin and leg, right? If I could show you my leg, my leg won't ever be the same. No hair, just flat like a nasty burn injury, right? Like a serious leg injury. Teeth, psychological harm, right? The psychological degradation over a 600-day period. This is serious. This is what these people did to me. I went from a 10-year academic, right? 10-year in college, 10, and said, yes, I'm done with my 10 years. I'm a doctor. Let me return back to the place that I think is the greatest place ever, New York City. And this is all the things they did to me. Because I was too beautiful, because my hair was straight, because my teeth were straight, because my skin was flawless, because I had a glow, because my skin was nearly see-through, right? And then try to inject it, drug it, beat it. And then now, where after all of that physical harm, now we're at freedoms, pushing my freedoms back, looking to stop me from resting, applying more pressure. Oh, you can't lay down. Oh, you can't lay down there by force. Couple blacks saying no. After laying down for 500 days, and the cops approving of that. Cops came to that spot that I was laying down on 6, 7 times in 500 days. They didn't see no problem. But blacks here think they're above the law. They think they're above NYPD. And you laying there and they come in this fucking mob. No, you can't sleep there. Blah, blah, blah. This tough. Oh, you get a program time. Fuck your program, nigga. Fuck your program, nigga. Those same programs are the reasons we have to deal with your demographic today. That's the shit you gotta shut down. That's where the motherfucking lack of civil liberties is coming from. That's why you're telling people to not go sleep, to try to make them your own fucking state servant. HRA program, shelter, mental health program, thinking that I'm dumb with no informed consent, thinking that I was born yesterday in that. See what I mean? Or you're not supposed to sleep there, right? So since then, they've just been slowly circling and circling and circling and circling and taking my freedom and taking my freedom and taking my freedom and taking, and it's like you standing in the middle and they getting the circle closer and closer and closer until you want to snap, bro. Destroying you psychologically until the last time that at midday. Oh no, you can't sleep there today. He couldn't even speak English. No, then you can't just sleep sitting down. What the fuck you mean I can't sleep sitting? I wanted to get up and beat the shit out of him. I wanted to grab him by the motherfucking collar and drive a boxer's fist through his nose and mouth until I couldn't no more. And that's exactly how I felt yesterday. That's exactly how I felt yesterday. Why? Because they continue fucking with the doctor after everything else that they have done to me. Everything else, right? It's only that I only have a problem with the same demographic. It's the same people. I'm not talking about whites fuck with me. It's the same people 24/7 that they think I got Down syndrome, that they think I'm mentally ill, that they think I'm something that they could play around with and manipulate and control. And I'm down to motherfucking kill one of those motherfuckers. I'm down to pull a holy piece and drop that motherfucker in the park and make sure he bleed, make sure he feel it. Not in the heart, make sure he feel that motherfucker. Feel that motherfucker go up, 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 fill his lungs with blood like a grown fucking man and have to deal with death that way. Enough is enough. God knows if he even worked for those guards out there, God knows if that's even Battery Park ambassador. Just a random black person telling you, dress with a yellow vest so you can't close your eyes. It's like die, nigga, die. That's how it feels like. Feels like die, nigga, die. The more they close on my civil liberty in the city, the tougher it is to do what I need to do every single day. The tougher it is for me to keep my focus in making money, the more difficult it is to find time for anything else, like doing laundry, like maybe going to the gym and taking a shower. Time starts becoming real short. So I'm not well rested anymore. And they, by design, did that because they think they got the power, because they think they're above the NYPD. And the solution is denouncing them. The solution is bringing in some GD, some gangster disciples, some some black disciples, some Aryan Brotherhood. That's the real solution, so that they feel pressured, so that they feel real pressure on the streets. They think they run it, and now instead of living this tough macho shit in Battery Park, once they get on the train, they gotta be dealing with Aryan Brotherhood in the middle of nowhere. Going home, having to deal with racists, with white supremacy that don't like them. That's the only way you're gonna equalize the situation. It's the only fucking way you're going to equalize the fucking situation. For them to go home and feel harassed the same way, with the same danger, the same animosity towards a doctor that loved this city, his face, his teeth, his hair, his brain, right? Chemically lobotomize him by making him dumb after 10 years of college, scarring his leg, right? Changing his body forever. My leg won't ever be the same. These criminals left this on my leg for the rest of my fucking life. Blacks should be denounced in this city. And they continue thinking that they got the upper hand. But Satan has tricks up his sleeve. Satan is here to deceive. To not mention that there's an AIDS epidemic in New York City. And I wish more than 80% of the demographic catches immunodeficiency. And some of them catch full-blown AIDS, full-blown HIV. For the liberalism, there has to be a push and pull. You could only be so evil, right? In between conservative and liberal, there's always a dangerous level, just like in Seattle, when people are way too liberal. They start getting sick. They start doing fentanyl. They start dying. They start becoming aggressive. They start becoming crazy, right? They start catching AIDS, diseases, STDs. And that's the punishment for the liberalism. That's the punishment for a black man exposing his genitalia at random people. That's the punishment. We are at the level. New York City, New York City's African American population has gotten to the level of genitalia exposure. We're talking about exposing the private parts in the wind out there, and the target is someone that's not looking. Imagine the frontal lobe capacity of those people. Imagine the way they think. Just think the way they think. Think of the frontal lobe, right? The frontal lobe is where most of the good decisions humans make come from. It's not math, it's not creativity, it's decision. It's critically think. It's decide. Am I going to go to jail for conspiracy to murder, or am I going to get an education, right? So that's how low the frontal lobe of these people is. It's not even active anymore. The amount of frontal lobe capacity that they got is a pea. A tiny little bit exposing themselves like that, those people should be diagnosed mentally ill. 100%. That's mental illness. Mental illness. But nobody wants to say anything. Their own people's like, no, but we were like that when we were young too. That's how we are. Bullshit. Because I've been here for longer, and none of the shit that's happening now happened before. Oh, we did that when we were young. No, 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 no. There's people defending them. There's people that don't want to listen. They just don't want to hammer this shit in. The only way we are getting some real motherfucking change in this city to stop with this violations, right? Human right violation, disfigurement of white people, disfigurement of white people, disfigurement of white people, the leg, civil liberties, the loss of civil liberties. What's civil liberty, bro? If it's public property or state property, you should be allowed to sleep wherever the fuck you want. Nobody should decide if you are going to close your fucking eyes or if you're going to do whatever in that property. Nope. Nope. Unless you're creating a disturbance, closing your eyes is not illegal. Why? Because closing your eyes is a bodily function. But in the minds of those people that think they got this power, they think they're above police, they could decide, they believe they could decide who could close their eyes and who could not. And guess what they do? They destroy you. Because not only are you destroyed outside, but now you go in the library, close your eyes for a minute because you crushed, and they wake you up. Then you go to the library, lower your head, and there's just a black security guard too, looking to knock on the motherfucking table to open your eyes. Crushing you, killing you. Die, nigga, die. It's like it's worse than a gun. Just shoot them, bruh. If you're gonna take civil liberties from people, just shoot them. Just shoot them. What's stopping you from picking up a bullet and putting it in my head already? All this damage done to me. What are they waiting for? Pick up the gun and shoot me and get it over with. Nah, but they like to keep their suspect. They like to keep their enemy alive. They like to continue playing with their fucking dingling, putting their dingling on other people. They continue doing this to other people. They don't care. It's just to put a bullet in them, right? You see where we were? You see the stages of where we went? 500 days sleeping on the ground, perfection. $200 a month, everything good. Stop him from laying down, because I used to lay down as early as 6 in the afternoon. The second where I laid down was open, a piece of cardboard, my back, boom, boom, and closed my eyes until 5 in the morning. But nah, they decided as a black collective to mess with me, no, 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 and then in comes the sleeping difficulty. In comes the having to sleep while sitting down. And then from that, the denial of sleeping while sitting down. It's like they're selling the program. They're slaves. Modern slavery. HRA design modern slavery. That's all they are. Every single one of them. Whole Foods, Target, Tribeca, in this area, any other small restaurants with HRA employee benefits, they are modern servants. If you don't open your eyes, why is the whole demographic? Why nobody uses resumes in New York City for the majority of retail is because of that. It's like, and the environment, like I said it yesterday or 2 days ago, it's the have and the have nots. Even the haves are spending a third of their money on junk. They're not even satisfying their needs well enough. Why? Because they're overpricing the food too. It's like, yo, take a gun and shoot us. It's like back to back. You see how much of a problem they are? It's not just, disfigurement of a white person, of a doctor, right? It's not just disfiguring the doctor, messing up his hair and his teeth, his skin, drugging him, making him feel dumb, right? Take his ability to make money, stop him from sleeping, continue to pressure him. But now you go at the store and you have to deal with more blacks overpricing your food. You still have to deal with them with your money. As you're cashing out, you realize that these people are robbing you dry for little amount for non-nutritious food. It's not about nutritious food with a reasonable price. No, just unhealthy, unreasonable price, no health benefit or satisfaction whatsoever. To put 2,000 calories in your body, you need 21 dollars a day, which is the standard federal requirement. Who's gonna spend $21 a day? I'm not. I'm not. So you see, it's them. And until you wake up and realize that these people are not deciding to shoot you because that's what they want. What they want is to pull a gun out and shoot you. That's all they want. You know, Around the board, your teeth, your hair, your face, blinding you and dancing a Negro dance after putting drops in your eyes, right? Bleach or whatever, glass in your eyeballs, right? Stopping you from sleeping, stopping you from making money, looking to continue reducing the amount of civil liberty that you have, being people that are not the law. We're not talking about police here. We're talking about people actively pursuing to take your civil liberty, right? And then having to deal with them at a supermarket. Yo, just give them guns. Give them guns. Let them shoot us. Just put a bullet in me. You're going to stop me from sleeping? Just shoot me, bro. Shoot me, nigga. Just shoot me. Because that's the current New York City that we're living. And I used to love this place, man. This place was Eden for me. I grew up here. Twin Towers was out there. Delancey, Delancey, the Bronx, Battery Park, 6, 7 years out here. And I came back, been 2 years back, and all that was done to me, including the cost of being here, thanks to a demographic that has a smoking gun in their hand, right? That is already fucking killing you by taking your money, your happiness. $10,000 in the garbage on snacks and beer. Why? Because you can't afford regular food. What are you gonna eat? You have any kind of beans? Yeah, I'm gonna make spaghetti. No electric plugs. I gotta cook spaghetti. I got a pot out here, right? I got a pot in the bag, a tea kettle to boil water. But where am I gonna get spaghetti if the same people disconnected every outlet in Battery Park? You see, civil liberty, anti-civil liberty, anti-freedom. They have a smoking gun in their hand, and nobody wants to mention it. And I'm the test sample. I'm the one that's calling this out because everyone else is too liberal. They're not even gonna mention that shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, they're my friends, they're my people. I got a lot of black friends. I got a lot of this and that, and whatever. And they're not gonna do anything about it. But I'm gonna live with these scars on my body forever. I'm gonna live with crooked teeth for the rest of my fucking life. I'm gonna live with fucked up hair for the rest of my fucking life. Why? Because these people can't seem to pull the trigger. Right? It's not they can't seem to pull the fucking trigger. That's what they should do. After all this damage that's been done to me, just pull the gun out, bro. Do it. You bitch ass nigga. Do it. Shoot me. You know? It's enough is enough. Enough is enough. My leg, my teeth, my hair, my face, my facial. I got evidence of all the damage. Evidence how I feel in my brain, taking my sleep. Just pull the trigger. Don't be no bitch. Don't be no bitch. Has to happen. To get real change in the city, you need Aryan Brotherhood. You need real racism out here. You need to combat their bullshit. You need real white supremacy out here. Real white supremacy. We're talking about white supremacy and the likes that you never seen before. Big one, right? Denouncing them, saying, fuck this, look what they done to my daughter, look at my leg, look at the needle pricks, right? Target them for real. And other white people follow, police officers in their side, so on and so forth. Right? I seen a movie with Denzel Washington yesterday. They had a really good idea for illegal immigration. Denzel Washington was in a movie that had terrorist threats in the city, and the CIA got involved. They blew up a bus with blue paint. Then they blew up a bus. Then they blew up the FBI building. And by the time they blew up the FBI building, they threw in the military and they put everyone in the Yankee Stadium. They put fences, ice, barbed wire fences, everyone in there, everyone from a certain Hispanic demographic in that motherfucker. And it took one general, one field army, house by house in this place, and everyone the fuck out. That's it. That might solve the problem. That might empty half of the city out there. That might catch and deport 4 million people out of here so that my beautiful New York comes back so I could lay down on the subway train and go, yes, yes, it's amazing again. Sit on the A train and nobody in it all night. You guys remember that A train? Nobody in that A train. Nobody. Empty. Go to the A train now. Go to the A train now at 11 o'clock at night. Disgusting. Piss smell. It's a motherfucking, it's tent city up in there, but in a seat. So yeah. I'm going to kill this stream because what I'm using for stock market activities is private, top secret information. I created this confidence code that made a lot of money yesterday. I made 2,400 yesterday, close, but only made 900. So we're watching the open today for this high confidence level signal. Maybe setting up a trade on it on whatever happens. And going to the library at 10. But it's serious. What's happening in the city is horrible, man. Nobody wants to live here. Do you think if I had a son and a daughter, you think I want him interracial? You think I want her interracial out here? Hell no. Hell no. Learning to prick people with needles out here? Hell no. Learning to prick people, use dirty needles on other people? To be stabbing people with dirty needles with an AIDS epidemic 50 something odd miles away. No, 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 no. The city lost its value. The city is a bumhole, like I said. The literal bumhole of the United States. This is the rectum of the city. This is where all the shit comes out, where you get the worst of everyone. And I thought Seattle was bad. Seattle has the stupid label all over. This is the fucking butthole of the United States. It's just horrible out here. Like I said, I'm not gonna see myself in the mirror no more. I'm gonna remove all my clothes, look down on my left leg, and look down on my right leg and be scarred for life. Thanks to an African American demographic that doesn't give a shit what it does to other people. I'm gonna try take care of my hair with shampoo and conditioner in the future. Lots of shampoo, lots of conditioner, and when the hair dries, it's gonna be retarded. It's never gonna be the same hair that I had when I got here in the city. You see, it's permanent damage. And what they're not doing is pulling the trigger, which is what I want them to do. Just shoot. We have to deal with you physically, right? We have to deal with you physically. We have to deal with you guys on a lack of reducing our civil liberties, and we have to deal with you at the supermarket too. No, 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 no. It's enough. It's enough. Just shoot us. Shoot us. You're gonna get a response. Someone's gonna come get you. Just shoot. You know, it's the best way. It's the next step. You want to escalate? Don't take it nice and easy. Don't torture people. Because if I could, like I said, a hot poker between his balls and dick, just in there to make him scream, black person, my dick, make them suffer. Scar them and shit. Take a hot iron, right? A hot fucking iron. Disconnect it from the wall and just put it on that motherfucker's calf so he remember me and see me on his calf. That's how I feel. So that he sees that hot fucking iron in that leg of his. This is serious. This is not a game, gentlemen. This is serious. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Gotta disconnect. I'm putting sugar in coffee. You gotta sip that. And I gotta log in to Thinkorswim. Sorry, I can't show the work, not yet. Maybe when I get a little bit more confident on it, I'll start showing the profits that it's making. I'll see you guys some other day. Because remember, I'm not gonna be able to stream every day. They're killing me out here. Killing me. 24/7. Worse harassment, breaking me down like if this was red zone in the army. Red zone. Ranger shit, sleep deprivation, nutrition deprivation. It's horrible out here. I don't like these people, bro. I don't like this place. I don't like these people. I only need to be here because I need a real ID August 2nd, and I got to get out of here October 2nd. August 11th, real ID, fresh ID, so I could travel with that motherfucker. And October 2nd, and then out. Never coming back. Never coming back. Never coming to this city again. And they're going to celebrate. He's gone. And some people is going to cry. Some people in this city is going to cry. Those librarians in there in Battery Park, Jesse's going to cry. Because Jesse knows me since I was a fucking child. Jesse's gonna fucking cry. And Jesse's been in that library 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You see what I mean? You're gonna be like, God damn, you're not coming back? Yep. Gonna be the last time you see me. She's been working there since she was a girl. Sad to see you go. This is what these people are doing out here. The majority of the workers, the employees, get on a ferry, go to New Jersey, don't have to be dealing with the problems here. They only come here for meetings and work. They're not really living out here. You see a lot of people that commute to the city but they're not from here. The problems here are way more twisted than people think. Problems are really twisted out here, man. It's not a game. Think it's a game? Church. Disfiguring people like if it's a game. You know, disfiguring. It's like, yeah, screw you. Instead of just pulling the trigger and getting it over with. You know, rather torture you instead of pulling your fucking trigger. Stupid, but hopefully we get some confrontation. Hopefully they find out that they can't live their life thinking they apex predator because in prison they ain't shit. That's what I need. I need some real GD, some real black disciples, right? I need some real Aryan brotherhood out here. I need some real tension so that they realize that you step out of line, we're gonna put you in place. You know, the streets have to be listening to what these people is doing and being proud of doing. That's the Puerto Rican method. In Seteria, the streets start talking, oh fulano, this figure so and so, start yank on pull teeth, pulled your nephew's teeth, or injected your nephew with shit. Injected my nephew with needles? Yeah, all right. They pack it. They start packing what they lack it. For real forward, they start packing what they lack it. They immediately the street starts catching up. But here they think they apex. They've been given every opportunity. They've taken advantage of every opportunity to take over the city. And majority of people here are coming from those ferries. They're from Jersey. They're from Staten Island. They don't live here. They don't have to deal with the shit that's happening here. They leave this building and go home. And this is the nicest part of New York City because that's how it is here. That's why it's the best part. That's why it's good. They come from outside and come in here. It's serious, man. What's happening in the city is not a game. Not a game. It's not recommended to come here anymore. Not recommended to come here, and it's not recommended to test the waters on this place either. It's not recommended to just, it's to leave and to not come back and don't come back. Because if they are how they say they are, short of pulling a trigger, they're gonna come try to follow me in Boston. They're gonna try to find out where I am and try to stick a needle in my leg. I already predicted. Because these people think they're above the law. They think they could do anything to anyone. So you got to be watching out who's following you from New York City elsewhere. You got to be paying attention to the retardation, to the criminal behavior, because it's coming. Oh, it's coming on AB, baby, on Aryan Brotherhood. It's coming big time. Big time. These people is coming to where I'm at, to where I'm going to continue acting this filthy, continue drugging me, continue fucking my leg up, to just be in the same library and look at me every day, to continue this experiment they got with me going. You got to go to jail for that, baby. You got to imprison these people, put them in jail for the rest of their life. But New York City's bending rules to not stick them in there. They should, but they're not going to do it. That's why they're all over. This city's the reason there's major criminals going other places to do crime. This is the nest, the criminal's nest. All right, you got it. This city's not recommended to come back to. One and two, don't even test the waters. Once you're gone, don't come back because they'll do something to you. That first night you safe in that subway train, right? The first night you think you're safe in the subway train, something's gonna happen. So don't even test the waters. Just don't come back. Just don't come back because this is what they doing out here. I'll see you guys some other day. Peace. Gotta have this coffee now.